pizza. It's what's for dinner. Alright gang, well just a brief explanation about how this pizza works. As I got my fire going, I have just underneath the camera here, you might be able to see a little bit of it there. I've got some bacon cooking. Bacon is a key part of this, and bacon in the woods, yeah, what's to lose? But anyway, the base of the pizza, excuse me, it's just my basic bannock recipe. It is a half a recipe from what I usually make. This is 1 cup flour, about a half a teaspoon, maybe 3/4 teaspoon garlic powder, about a half a teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon baking powder, half a teaspoon baking soda, and now I did add 1.5 teaspoon of bread yeast to this. The yeast is just to add the bite that we're used to for a pizza dough. Anyway, as far as pizza at camp, I forego the pizza sauce. I just use sliced tomatoes and sprinkle on seasoning, salt. You know, the seasonings are up to you. I use a bit of oregano, a bit of basil, a bit of rosemary, and a hair of salt. I also have in this bag some pepperoni and some diced onions, and then of course have some mozzarella cheese. Now, one thing I forgot to mention in my bannock mix, I do have mozzarella cheese in there, and one thing to keep in mind if you do it this way, you have to be really careful or you will burn it. Now, to be quite honest with you, I don't care if it is a hair burned. It actually adds to the flavor in my opinion, but you know, I mean, I'm talking about a hair burn. I'm not talking about like charcoal here. Just a bit of that crusty burn on the bottom I think kind of adds to it, but you know, everybody has their own personal taste. So let's get this going. Alright, one thing we will do is go ahead and get the pan in with a piece of bacon to go ahead and render off some of that fat, and we're going to use that fat to cook our bannock or the base of our pizza. Alright, bacon fat done. Let's go and pour a mixture in there. Man, this smoke is loving me today. I can't get away from it. Kind of shake it around until it flattens out enough. Put it back on the heat. Now this is the part you have to be careful with. Alright, now we got our bannock out. I'll try to flip this baby over. Yeah, it's a little burnt. Alright. Let's add the tomatoes. And the pepperoni. And these tomatoes are pre-seasoned, by the way. Just a bit of salt. My kids are going to be eating it, so they're not a huge fan of a bunch of spices, so just a bit of salt, that's about it on these. Just the rest of the onions on there. Let the bottom half of that bannock cook a little bit. Put the cheese on, let it melt, be good to go. Let's go ahead and bring that off. Probably put it back here in just a minute, but I don't want to burn this beyond recognition. And let that cook down a little bit. Alright, now everything's melted. Take it off the flame. Alright, sweetheart, time for the taste test. I think we're cool enough by now. See what you think of that. Is it yummy? Whew, this smoke is killing your father. You like it, huh? Yeah, it is pretty good, isn't it? Well, you know, it's getting to be summertime. It's getting to be springtime. You and I are going to go camping sometime soon. Alright guys, well thanks for joining me. That's how I do pizza in the woods or at camp. There's several different variations that I do, but that's kind of the basics. You know, that provides the foundation of how I get it done. So lots of different ingredients, lots of different how-tos, but anyway. Thanks for joining me. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed it. And guys, I'll see you next time.